Dinosaurs are BS. And when you do a little digging yourself,
scientists have already done a lot of digging. And you know what they found while digging? That's right, the bones of fucking dinosaurs. Anyways, let's learn some fun facts about the distant cousin of the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the Tarbosaurus.
All right, welcome back to the DUMBJAKE Podcast. I think that's what I called this thing. Been a while since we did an episode, but we've got a very interesting, very cool guest here today, a TikTok star, if you would. This is Troublesome Junction, or Duck.
That is me. Hello, everyone.
So, for listeners that don't know Duck or haven't seen Troublesome Junction's video, that's a hard word for me. Junction. Haven't seen your videos. I would. You have this amazing formula where it'll start with like a girl that's like, nerdy guys aren't even cute, and then it'll cut to you explaining something about like a train or dinosaur, you know. and I actually, when I first discovered your Instagram account, I didn't realize that was like your main thing. I think I followed you off of like FNAF stuff, like you were dressing as Spring
really?
Bonnie. Yeah, I think so. Is that right? You have a Spring Bonnie costume or just regular Bonnie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I got a Withered Freddy, Spring Trap / Spring Bonnie, and then I got a vintage Bonnie from the VHS tapes.
Cool. Yeah, so I saw that stuff and I was like, this is cool as hell. You're like going to the theater dressed up. And so I followed you. And then I saw all your dinosaur and train stuff and I was like, oh, cool. I saw like one of your videos had like your room in the background, your collection. I was like, oh my god, this guy's awesome. The Angry Birds on the wall. Like,
genuinely.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you go.
No, you go. I was just saying.
I was going to say, genuinely, that means a lot to me because I've been watching your videos for maybe about a year or two now because I'm also a really huge Transformers fan.
Yeah.
And, watching your videos was like, last summer especially, I was really on a big Bayverse kick, and I was watching a lot of binging a lot of different YouTubers, and you were definitely one of the reoccurring ones.
Oh, thank you. That's not. I was surprised when you followed me back because I have no motion on Instagram. I'm like the most motionless Instagram user of all time. But
yeah, because
yeah, go ahead.
I looked you up after. I was like, you know what? I kind of want to follow this guy on multiple socials. And I was like, oh crap. He's following me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was genuinely surprised.
Yeah, I get around. I know people. But yeah, that's how we know each other. That's how I know your content. How did you start doing those videos where I don't even know what you call it because I'm old and stupid. Like, what do you call it when you have a video before and then you I call it a video reply or something? That's what we call it on YouTube.
I call it subversion content, where it's like because it just kind of flips your expectations and stuff. I saw there was a video of, because it was this girl that was like, if you have 24 hours with me and I couldn't say no, what would we do? And then there was this old Indian guy, and he was like giving a lecture. He was like, today we are going to be teaching C++. And I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
But with talking about dinosaurs and stuff. Because I knew I had a lot of facts off the gun about T-Rex. But I put that video on the back burner for a couple months. Then one day I was like, you know what? Let's give it a shot. And then overnight, my following count went from 2,000 on Instagram to 15,000 or something like that. It was a crazy time.
Yeah.
And I always get compared to the I don't know if you've ever seen his videos, but it's like LC Signs. The Tony from LC Signs.
I don't know. Sorry.
He basically does the same thing, but he sells signs and whatnot. I always get compared to him, but it's very funny. I beat him to doing those types of videos by a couple months, so it's like
you're the OG.
Right.
Has any of those people that you like reply to or use their video get mad at you?
I have had a couple of them get mad at me. It's, but I mean, like, that's kind of par for the course. But like, it was one of them with like the Star Wars video where, I don't know, a woman was like, "Men do not seek relationships. Men seek pleasure." That cuts to me in the snow playing with the AT-AT. That woman, yeah, she found me on TikTok and commented. She wasn't even mad at the response. She was mad because like I didn't tag her, and she went on this tirade about how I'm a bad person and everything. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
But for the
bizarre.
most part, though, like a lot of the people that I like make videos on, they either follow me afterwards or like they tell me like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever, and I'm like, oh, okay then.
The Riz is working. That's
oh
funny.
Yeah.
You have a wide range of interests, I've discovered over following you.
Very true.
A surprising range of interests, because we were just talking about it. You're 23, which to me is so young now. I'm about to turn 30 this year, for reference. So,
oh yeah.
So the things you're into don't even make sense to me, really. Like, you're into this PS1 game about dominoes or something, and I don't even think you were around for the PS1.
That is, it's very strange because like a lot of the things that I'm into, I would say are from like the 80s or 90s, like you know, like G1 Transformers, Ninja Turtles, He-Man, old Lego, and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, I don't know what, like, I kind of grew up around like, because my older brother, he was born in 99, but we did have a lot of like those older video game consoles and like older media and stuff like that. And for some reason, you know, most kids, it kind of, you kind of outgrow it, but those things really resonated with me. So like, it's funny when I'm going into like these antique stores and everything like that, and people that are like my mom's age and stuff are like, how do you even know about this? And I'm like,
I the stuff, the 80s stuff is like pervasive though, right? Like G1 Transformers, I mean, they went away for a little bit in the 2000s, but they came back really strong and kind of never left. So it's like I get how you're into that. I don't know. It's just like PS1, like in my mind, once the PS2 came out, nobody give a fuck about the PS1. So that's kind of how I felt growing up anyway, but I have a PS1 because I'm old and I had one when I was a kid. And I like freaking Spyro, the freaking dragon.
Good game though.
Yeah. I feel like Crash Bandicoot has way more cultural stock than Spyro, which is interesting to me because I never played those games, so I completely missed out on that boat. But also Skylanders was kind of based on Spyro, right? So like that one, that's like, I feel like Spyro accidentally ended up with more cultural stock, or will end up with more, just from the Skylanders alone. When I mean, it seems like you're kind of part of the Skylanders kids generation, where you know you guys were playing with that. I missed that a little bit. I was interested in it because I've always been a nerd, but I just never got really into it, or like I was too old for my parents to be buying it for me, sort of thing. So sorry, I'm not trying to focus on our age gap that much. It's not even that crazy.
Totally.
I think it's interesting.
In the context of what we're talking about, like it totally makes sense, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So I just think overall, like Spyro's gonna be the winner when we round back to it. He might not have a brand new game like Crash did a few years ago, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
That's something I will wholeheartly subside. Crash Bandicoot is not in a good place now, and Spyro is just kind of like, it feels like he's just plotting, waiting dormant for like just the right moment.
So you're into. I want to try and figure out all the things you're into as much as I can. So I know you're into FNAF. You're into you're into trains, which we can discuss trains in a little bit. You're into dinosaurs, which we can also discuss. I'm into a lot of the same things, to be quite honest. But the other things you're interested in is what fascinates me. Like Skylanders, you're seemingly really into that. Based on some of your posts. Like, do you have a favorite Skylanders game?
I do. My favorite personally is, and I know it's like among Skylanders fans, it's kind of like controversial to like say what your favorite, because everyone has a favorite and reasons why. But mine's is personally Swap Force, because I was like, the hype for that game. I was like, because when I first saw the trailers, it was like maybe a couple months before it had came out and everything, and I was like, you could not get me to shut up about that game.
Yeah.
I even still have my original Swap Force poster that I got when I first got my copy and everything. I love Swap Force so much.
That's one of the ones I actually played, I think. Was it on like PlayStation 4? I
think it might have been.
I remember it. Oh, I might have played it on the Wii U, actually. But yeah, I like that. I thought that was cool. That was one of the ones. I played a bunch of the DS ones for some reason. I ended up buying a couple of those on like clearance or whatever from Walmart, and buy those for my DS and play the original Skylanders and probably the Giants one. But yeah, pretty interesting. They're like Diablo Light sort of games, kind of interesting in that way.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Skylander?
Ooh, that's
I'll have to
that's
look
something
it up.
I go back and forth on, because I have several that like, ooh, I love this one, but then I love this one. I would say that that's a tie between like Pop Fizz, Magna Charge, Rubble Rouser, Doomstone, and like Blastertron. Those are like my top 5 favorite Skylanders, I guess, to if I had to like point to ones that and Taekwon Crow, because he I mean, even though he was
Taekwon Crow. That's a funny name.
Track Team had some really funny pun, because like it's weird. They went from like villains in Trap Team, and then like 2 games later, now they turned them into Skylanders. I'm like, oh, I guess this is what we're doing now.
Oh. Interesting.
Oh yeah.
I have one piece of Skylanders thing. I have the Skylanders Imaginators on Switch, which I've heard is like kind of a valuable game.
Yes.
Unfortunately, my dog, when he was a puppy, chewed up the box. So I take some money off the resale value. But that's the one Skylanders
gently used.
Yeah. My favorite was, this is the only one I remember, Drogon, I think? Or Drobot or something? Yeah, Drobot.
Yep.
I really like that guy.
Yeah, great pick, genuinely.
Yeah, pretty cool. I like how he like stands on a bunch of gears or whatever, because he's a robot. But yeah, my knowledge on Skylanders is so limited.
Yeah, I'd say the best way to describe Skylanders is like Pokemon, to where it's like you get into it as a kid, and it just kind of like it all just kind of becomes second nature. But like if you're either like late to the party or like you didn't get as invested into it, it's kind of harder to get into like you know, like in the after effects. You know, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
you know?
it's like getting into, like, if someone got into Transformers now, it'd be a lot. There'd be a lot to cover. But you're into Transformers. You're specifically only into G1, no other universe, or?
I definitely like it. It's very weird because I try not to get grouped in with the G1ers, because I know that they can be very like obsessive and get angry, but I do love Bayverse, because that was of course how I got into Transformers. And there's a lot of like, I really want to get into Transformers Prime and then like Armada as well. Like I haven't finished, I've seen bits and pieces, but I haven't sat through them. But then there's like other ones where it's, but like if someone told me that they really liked Transformers Animated, which I personally, I wouldn't want to watch it just because I'm not a fan of the skinnier kind of art style. But like, if
you're
someone says
breaking me
that
off.
was their,
You're breaking my heart.
It's like I always have to preface, like, if someone says that they love that as their brand, I'm like, hey, hell yeah, like dab me up, like that, because I don't know, that's something about me. That's more of a me thing. I'm very particular on like art styles and how certain characters look, and I really like robots to be bulkier or like really mechanical. Like I just recently got into like Gundam, for example, and it's like,
that's a black hole to get into, man.
oh, tell me about it.
The thing keeping me from Gundam, I'm like Eric Andre at the lock gate, like, let me in. I can't get into the fiction. I need to be into the fiction to like really be into something. I mean, generally, but Gundam, I just don't really care for a lot of the stuff I've seen. Like, it's interesting. It's not bad. Just it's kind of like for you, anime. Like, it's just kind of not for me. The stories and stuff. And I'm not really much of an anime watcher, which is kind of weird to say because I mean it's just a medium, but I haven't watched a lot and I kind of bounce off a lot of it for whatever reason. I'm way into like live action Japanese stuff like tokusatsu, you know, Kamen Rider and that. But
ooh.
You know, you're into Kamen Rider at all? We could talk Kamen Rider.
I've heard of it, and I've seen you like
I'm
mention
gonna have to
it
put
in
you on.
Another thing to get into.
Well, there's a great show called Kamen Rider Zets that's on YouTube right now. It's the first like the first show they're streaming at the same time as the Japanese version, and it's it's like based on spy theme, which I don't know. I'm about to start yapping. It doesn't matter. but if you want to watch any Kamen Rider show, you should start with that one because it's on YouTube. And it's really good. I've been really enjoying it. But I forgot what we were talking about. I heard Kamen Rider and my ears perked up. Yeah, Transformers. You mentioned Transformers Armada.
Oh yeah,
that's my childhood show. I'd say that's like my G1 Transformers essentially. And I really love it. I'm not gonna say for sure I'm gonna do it, but I've been toying around with like doing a big Armada video, almost like a if you've ever seen one of those videos like Quentin Reviews or Key and Carlisle where they like break down the show episode by episode. I kind of want to do that, but with Transformers Armada.
That would be awesome.
That show is I like it, but I could see a lot of reasons why someone else might not like it. Because it's interesting. Armada came out, so Armada was done by like a Japanese team, like a Japanese animation studio, basically. But it was brought over 2 months before the Japanese got it. So the Americans got it first, as Transformers Armada. The Japanese version is called Transformers Legend of the Micron or something like that. The American version of Armada is a little less polished than the Japanese version of the show. There's many examples online, but you know, some frames are just drawn way better in the Japanese version, and some animation sequences are better, and it's all because Japan got to work 2 more months on the show before it came out in their region. And the reason that happened, it's interesting, is because of the way like the market works in each region. Like, they wouldn't want to launch that show at the point the American version launched because it would be bad for their business market-wise. Like, people wouldn't be into buying toys at that moment, I guess, is the implied reason. So that's why that's why the American one came out first, even though it was created by Japanese people. It's really rare that something like that would happen. Usually it's, you know, it happens in Japan and gets brought over here.
That I didn't even know that. That's pretty cool, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's a really interesting. It's a fascinating crossroads for the franchise. Because it's when like Takara and Hasbro actually started working together, which helped the toy line a lot. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen Armada toys, but back in the day, they'd come with the main Transformer and a Minicon, which was like a tiny Transformer. They were able to do that because Takara and Hasbro were splitting the cost. So they were able to put more value into the toys, which I think is one of the biggest complaints modern fans have, is that it does not feel like the amount you pay does not feel like you're getting really that worth from a modern Transformer.
I would love to see something like that return, because like, especially with the state of Transformers now, like that would be something like that would be very beneficial.
Yeah, I'm kind of, it's kind of bizarre. I don't know when that stopped exactly or what happened. Because, you know, one would think you would just keep doing that forever, right? Splitting the cost.
Yeah.
But it seems like at some point either that stopped happening or the costs are just so crazy for these toys that even if they're still doing that, it's not helping that much, or they're just greedy as fuck. You know, both are options. But recently Takara's kind of gone and started doing their own things again, which is something they did back before Armada, which is, you know, they'd have their like Beast Wars Neo, Beast Wars 2, their own exclusive toy lines. And they're actually going back to doing that. They had one called Wild King, and they're doing another one called Transformers Overgear, which is really cool. It's like, it's kind of like a weird, it's kind of like a weird sequel to Alternators, which was Transformers turning into like realistic cars. They're kind of like realistic military vehicles, which is interesting. Like, there's an Ironhide that turns into like this 6-wheeled pickup truck. He's like kitted out to the, you know, he's got tons of weapons on him. It's really cool. It's like a mix of like Gundam and Transformers, you know, like real robot sensibilities, which is really cool.
I didn't even like know that those existed, but like I really want to look into that now.
Yeah,
this is the disconnect. There's a lot of Transformers media. I have not, like, I really got to lock in with consuming, like getting out of the bubble, because the only thing I've seen is like the stuff Hasbro's been up to, but I guess Takara is just on side quest now.
Yeah, Takara. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, they're picking up some optional quests. The Overgear stuff hasn't even come out physically. They're like on pre-order until October. So that's when they come out. But yeah, those are gonna be pretty freaking cool, I think. They're unfortunately extremely expensive. They're like $150. No, they're like $130 for one toy, and it's like about the size of a leader class. So I don't think that's really a good price, but I have a sponsor that can help me get it. Sorry, you know, just ended up yapping about Transformers.
Hey, that is what this is about now, you
know. Let's talk trains for a second. You're a train head through and through. You like Thomas and you like real stuff.
Oh yeah.
How do you get into trains? Did you grow up in watching Thomas or something, or how'd that happen for you?
So for me, and I can speak for a lot of like train enthusiasts, like if they had to point to what got them into trains, 90% of people will point to Thomas and Friends. Like, it's either like, oh, maybe you have a parent that had like model trains or something like that, or it's Thomas. It's never really a middle ground. Like, that's always typically what gets people interested. And I know that you've been watching a lot of like the classic series stuff.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where when you're seeing the models and everything, like for me, it was always seeing all the mechanical bits moving on a steam engine. I love the side rods, the linkages, and all that kind of stuff. And over the years, it got me more interest because, you know, like every character is based off of a real British locomotive of some kind. So it got me looking more into, Thomas is an E2 tank engine. Gordon is an A3 Pacific. And it's like, it then started to spiral from there. It went from Thomas to getting into British locomotives. And then that turned into getting into locomotives in general. And even like my profession outside of content creating is I am a mechanical engineer. I would not be here if it weren't for my loving of Thomas getting me interested into machines and in particular trains.
Wow, that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's like if I grew up to be a mechanic because I was into Transformers. Like you took it a step farther than most people. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
So are you in school for that right now, or?
I graduated actually at this point about a year ago for
Nice.
it.
Congrats.
Yeah. Thank you. It was
Uh,
certainly an experience.
yeah, I for sure would fail that class. I saw your recent reel, which was I don't know. Do you do TikToks first and then post the reels, or are you reels first guy and then post it onto TikTok?
I definitely I prefer doing Instagram like more to anything because like I don't know, like that was where I've been on Instagram at this point for like 10 years now.
Wow.
And I tried TikTok a couple other times before and it never really went anywhere until like I want to say about a year or two ago where someone had reposted the intro part to one of my like the subversion of one of my videos on TikTok of them reacting and laughing to it. And then a bunch of people went on a huge witch hunt like, wait, I wanted to see the full video. Who is this guy?
Yeah.
And then they found my old TikTok account with like 200 followers and like, it's him. This is the dinosaur guy.
What the hell?
Yeah, and it overnight it blew up. It became crazy and everything. So I was quickly trying to take all of my Instagram reels and transfer them over to TikTok as many as I could so people could also, kind of get a feel for what I do. And it's like,
so that's crazy. You were uploading those to Instagram reels, but not TikTok, even though it's same like format basically.
Oh yeah, it was just one of the like I don't one thing even though I'm blessed to have everything I do with TikTok and the following. I do not like using TikTok. Like I don't like the doom scrolling or I don't interact with many of the messages or anything. I just post my videos. I read some of the comments in case people have additional questions. And that's really the extent of it. Like even like before I tried to like take the stuff I posted on Instagram and then I would try it on TikTok. It really didn't go anywhere. So I was just kind of like, this is a waste of time. But now I edit my video and I record and edit it on like iMovie because that's where I do like all of my editing. And then I upload it to TikTok so I can get the captions and everything because a lot of people have requested I do captions. So I now upload on there first, and then I get the caption version of the video and upload it over onto Instagram.
You know what? I use people are probably gonna laugh at me for this if they're listening. I use CapCut to edit all my videos and stuff, which I know is like kind of popular for TikTok. And I found it because it was like cheap as fuck. It was like $10 or $8 a month when I started using it. So, and I was broke when I started my YouTube channel, so I'm still broke, but just a little bit less. But I started my YouTube channel with doing CapCut, and I've never switched off it. I should learn like a good editing software, but I'm kind of like whatever works. I feel I feel deeply in my heart. If I ever need to, I'll just like hire someone to edit my videos if I have to. Like if I really need that, because I just can't do it. I'm just not good. That's not my strong suit. I'm like more writing the scripts, doing the research kind. Like I don't even like voicing stuff. Because
really?
It's like I'm fine with it. I can do it. It's just hard. Like I'm not good at reading my own scripts. And I just there's something that happens whenever I have to read off a page. like I can't speak properly anymore. I don't know what's wrong with me, but or I just have like quirks in my speech that I notice so much more when I'm reading, or like reading and playing it back, you know. And it didn't start like that. When I started my channel, I was just like my first video that did really well is terrible. It's like me just talking kind of slowly. Like I feel like I picked up the pace on my speech a lot more the more I've done it. And the it's like I don't know, the more I've done it, the more I've wanted to like make it better, I guess. And for some reason I've hit like this plateau where I just like cannot make my my voice, I don't even know what voiceover any better. Which I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure like 99.9% of people don't care. That first video I did with fucking terrible voiceover got 300k views. So like,
jeez.
yeah. So I obviously it doesn't matter, but for me, like I'm in my head about it really bad. But obviously I never like pay someone to read my script. Like that's like antithetical to YouTube to me. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like I feel like some people embrace YouTube. Like I'm way more into YouTube than TikTok or Instagram Reels or anything like that. Like the short form stuff is interesting to me, but I feel like I there's just something in my brain that doesn't connect with it, right? Like I've had a couple shorts do well, but nothing, like I could never pull off the 1,000,000 view videos you got. Like I just don't have the chutzpah for it. But yeah. No, go ahead, please.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, well, I think that it's at least like you have that amplitude somewhere for it, you know, like because I feel that with content creation, a lot of people have like different callings with it in terms of like, oh, they like there are people that are absolutely killing it with like YouTube shorts and you know all that kind of stuff, and it's like, but I feel that with longer form content too, and things like that nature, like I'm glad that it's really making a resurgence in the sense of like people like to turn it on in the background, or you know, like genuinely sink into it, especially like if they're one-stop shop if they get a new hyperfixation, for lack of better words. But yeah, it's like I like that there's been a real turnaround when it comes to that, because I really did think that like, oh crap, long form content is about to die. You know, we're gonna end up having 15-second clips for all forms of entertainment. But
yeah, I think
you know,
I think the issue is like long form content needs to be long now. Like it's gotta be like 20 minutes to be worth. Like for me, when I'm watching YouTube, I'm on my bed about to eat a meal and I need something to watch with it. So I need like a 20-25 minute video, man.
Exactly.
And daily dose of internet, whatever the hell his name is. That guy that makes those videos, which are, you know, like funny, America's Funniest Home Video style videos. He made a post saying like video, like more than ever people are watching their videos on TV, because you know you can see those analytics. You have a YouTube channel, you got almost 10k subscribers, right, or something around that. Pretty, not too shabby. And you can see those analytics, and you can see what people are watching on what. And you know that guy's right. Like not most people, but almost half of the people watching my channel are watching it on TV, which is something you just need to think about now, which I don't think people really realize, or like many YouTubers really realize that's the case. And there's also like, if you're gonna make a 6-minute video, well, you know, why not be a short? Or, you know, it's the shorts have just changed everything about it, and you know, YouTubers and watchers alike are adjusting to the change, which is interesting to see and participate in. And that's why I wanted to talk to you, is because you are able to do something I'm not able to do, which is make like these sort of viral short form content pieces, which I again, you have the like bait and switch sort of tactic, but you also like go into depth on the topics you're going on. Like you did one on this really cool looking train. I forget what it's called. Sorry, it's like this this like black train with the rounded front. It's like from a Superman cartoon. That's why I recognize it from, like some old Superman cartoon.
Yeah, that was the. I'm actually staring at it right because I'm sitting at my train table. Like the T1. I had so
T1,
many people leave comments about that, and I was just like, "Wow, I didn't realize that."
About the Superman thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I ever even watched the cartoon. I've just seen some animation of Superman with that train, and for some reason I associate it. But yeah,
I love that.
But you give like this very detailed information, and I find myself sucked into it, and I just don't like when you get deep in the weeds on YouTube and you like are up in the analytics and shit. You're like trying to figure out what do you do. Mr. Beast talks about it. It's called retention editing. It's like trying to capture people's attention over and over and over throughout the video. And the more I try to do that, the more I hate myself. Like, I just get, and I'm not saying you do that, but I'm just saying, like, that's kind of how you have to do it to get really viral now. Is like, you gotta have the, like, ADHD, crazy fast, like, everything's coming at you editing that, you know, like a Mr. Beast video has. And more and more I find myself, when I watch one of those videos, I'm like, ew. I'm like I've been into Hot Wheels recently, and I've been watching Hot Wheels YouTubers because that's what I do. I watch YouTubers on the hyperfixation I have, and I've been watching Hot Wheels hunting videos. And there's two channels I've watched. I watched this one guy called like Hunting Hot Wheels International, and he's just like this 40-year-old dude that goes to like Walmart and just films himself looking through the pegs. And then I've also seen this British guy whose name I don't remember, and he has like hyper edited content where he's like talking constantly and like he's talking over footage and it sounds like he's reading a script off Chat GPT, but it's like, you know, it's got that retention editing where he's like trying to capture my attention every time. And it's just like, one of these feels so much more genuine and like something I can connect with. You know, and I don't know who had more views or more viewers or whatever. I didn't even think to look at that, but it's like, it's really interesting to see that contrast. And even something as niche as the Hot Wheels hunting YouTube category, you know, like we're deep in this shit. Like,
the Mr. Beastification of what people call it. It definitely like it gets to a point where it's like sometimes it's like I understand people want to do it to stay afloat, but I don't want to watch a video where it feels like someone is constantly trying to sell me something, you know?
Yeah, even when they're not. Or I don't know, I feel like I'm being talked to like a third grader or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
it's like I know it's not for everyone, but I can sit through a however long video and enjoy it for what it is, you know?
Yeah, it's for real. But I guess a lot of people can't do that, question mark, or you know, I think it's definitely like aimed towards younger people for sure. Like that's who the retention editing captures the most, if I had to guess, would be like younger kids or whatever. But it's like it's like damn. And it's like I don't want to be Mr. Beast. I decided I'm settling for Scott the Woz of Transformers. That's what I'm going for in terms of career.
Solid role model.
Yeah. Not nearly as funny as him, but yeah, that's pretty much what he's like modern AVGN, right? Like
yeah.
I guess that's what, because he does like sketches and stuff. It's been a while since I watched a Scott video, admittedly, but he's like monolithic, you know, everybody knows him. But he does
Kind
like
of funny.
sketches and stuff. Oh yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, he recently did a collab with AVGN too, so I think it's funny. It kind of came full
Really?
circle.
That's cool.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. I need to watch it. I love going back and watching those old AVGN videos. Like I watched them when so my mom did not let me have a MySpace account, and quite frankly, I didn't need one at that age, but I wanted one because everyone had one. But I wasn't allowed a MySpace account, but I did access the AVGN MySpace page because all the episodes were like hyperlinked. And I couldn't figure out how to use the Screw Attack website, or Cinemassacre website, or whatever it was. So I would just go to his MySpace and click those hyperlinks because I was too dumb to figure out how to actually find the episodes. But yeah, I don't know. That's yeah. I'm glad I didn't use MySpace. Actually, WMom for that.
You weren't consumed onto the social media train at a young age.
I was just not on MySpace. She was like, Facebook's all right. But yeah, I'm running out of steam here. Anything you want to talk about? Any topics of interest? I can talk about anything.
I don't know. I always like whenever people are like, "Hey, here's anything." I'm like,
Yeah, no, that's me. That's me for sure. Let me throw you a ball here. What's some recent pickups you might have gotten? Any new toys or things like that?
Ooh, that's a good one. We could both go back and forth with that one.
Yeah, probably.
Literally, just today, I actually got a Are you familiar with the company Jada Toys at all?
I am. They made diecast, or they make diecast, and then they've kind of spread out into like action figures, right? Like really good ones.
Yep. I love their Mega Man line. So
Mega Man.
Awesome that they have that. But I did buy the Jada Toys Lightning McQueen, because I've been it's so weird. People have been trying so hard. Like anytime I do like Instagram stories or something, the most reoccurring question is about the Disney Cars franchise, and I've been slowly getting into Disney Cars, in particular, collecting Lightning McQueen merchandise. So I did buy the big 1/24th scale diecast Lightning McQueen, and I gotta say that is a phenomenal, great thing. It was like $30.
Is it really the one that its hood opens?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Kind of, yeah, he looks really good. I mean, it looks like Lightning McQueen. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. I have seen one that's like an articulated Lightning McQueen or something like that, like a Revoltech Lightning McQueen. Which have you ever heard of Revoltech?
I have. I really want their Optimus Prime figure.
Oh yeah. That's kind of an old one, no?
Yeah, it's I don't like how small it is, but I always loved the look, like the sleek look of it, because it was the Bayverse one. And he looks just so fun to mess around with.
Yeah, I see. Okay, I was thinking of the older Revoltech G1 Prime. I didn't even know they made a movie one. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty
they
cool.
made several G1 characters, I think.
Interesting. Yeah, those were coming out like early days. Like people were probably reviewing. I probably watched a review or something of them, but like probably didn't even begin to understand how to obtain one of those toys back then. Yeah, that's interesting. I was actually gonna make a video on cars. I still have the folder in my old video ideas folder, but I find cars fascinating because it is a toy line. The movies exist obviously, but the toy line has existed for like over 20 years, like nonstop. Right. Like it is. Like, when you think in the grand scheme of movie toy lines, it's incredibly impressive. Unfortunately, when I was doing the research, I just didn't really click with like the topic. You know, I'm not like super into cars. Like I like the movie well enough, and I haven't seen the other ones, but I just found that idea fascinating. I couldn't quite click with cars, which is why I dropped it. But you know, never say never.
Yeah.
I am working on another cars type video though. Have you ever heard of Chevron cars?
I think that I've heard it through. Isn't that like that one advertisement that got like really expanded upon?
Yes.
Like had its own like little universe. I think that was actually from one of your videos where I heard about them.
It can't be. I just learned about them. I just learned.
Oh, okay, okay.
I bought one recently, but I had never heard of them before. I was so struck by these toys that I had to buy one off eBay, which almost never happens. It's called Chevron cars because they're from the Chevron gas station chain. And you're right,
Yeah.
they were advertisements they're claymation advertisements made by the people who make Wallace and Gromit. So they have like that really distinct like upper teeth look, if you know what I'm talking about. Like if you've ever seen Wallace and Gromit, you know Wallace's face.
That's another thing I do collect.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Cool. So you know exactly what. Well, this might be next on your list. The Chevron cars are basically like just chibi-fied cars, but they have Wallace's face on them, all of them, and they are bizarre. I picked up one. I couldn't tell you what scale this thing is. I thought it was going to be like a Hot Wheels, but it's actually much bigger. But they made around 40-ish, maybe 50-ish of these cars.
Wow.
Primarily based on commercials.
That is... I think where I heard from it was from a video talking about like nostalgic things that came and went or something like that. And I was like, oh, that's cool. But like,
yeah,
when I saw that on your story, I was like, I don't know. I thought that's why I kind of like associated. Like I was like, maybe I saw that in one of your videos or something. But
no,
honestly, I might have.
It's fine. Other people have thought they've watched my videos before, and I was like, no, that's not mine. I didn't do that one. It doesn't matter. But I am definitely going to be picking up some more, and I'm going to be doing a video on them because they are just incredibly bizarre to look at. They're, whenever I find a toy I can make a striking thumbnail out of, I am jumping at that opportunity. And I'm going to call the video "Cars Before Cars."
That's a good title right there.
Yeah.
Or like the Disney cars you've never heard of, or something like that.
I mean, if Cars Before Cars doesn't work out, you're probably gonna see some shit like that on the title. But you always know. I try to find like the funniest like titles that are like what, like Transformers that are not Transformers. That to me is like. That's a video series that really popped my channel off, and it's like still one of my favorite titles I've come up with.
Yeah. So
like stuff like that, Cars Before Cars, and I just did one that's like Digimon toys that actually digivolve. I just love coming up with a good title. I'm floundering when my title looks like shit. It's like the weird world of whatever. But yeah, I don't. That's one of my recent pickups. I picked up Sam Sedan, from the Chevron Cars line, and
Sam Sedan.
Yeah, they all have stupid ass names like that. And I also picked up a Hot Wheels track for the first time ever in my entire life.
Ooh.
It's like this loop-de-loop thing. It's from Neon City. I don't know, man. I don't know. I bought the track because I'm going to do a Hot Wheels video, and, if I'm going to talk about a Hot Wheels car, I got to test it on the track. Can't do the video if you can't test it on the track, so I just got that today.
If you have to pick up a Hot Wheel, I will say, one of the weirdest ones that I have been personally trying to track down, it's not too expensive, the one that looks like the Monopoly car.
I have
that
it.
one came out. You have it?
Yeah, I found it. That was one of the first ones I started grabbing. I started collecting I didn't really start collecting, but I bought a Hot Wheels because I found the Mattel like phone car. Do you know what I'm talking about? The Quick Chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found one of those and I was like, this is cute. And I bought it and I made a little short out of it. Ended up gifting that to my buddy Quentin. And so I was trying to find him a new in-box copy. Like a fresh one. I didn't want to give him an opened one. But I just couldn't find it. And the only other one I found was like this weird like metal version of the Quick Chat, which like where all the white plastic was like metal colored for some reason. They've done another repaint recently where instead of red it's got like black on it for some reason. I don't know why they do those repaints. Like, why would you want that? But
kind of surprised that they did that many repaints in the first place.
Yeah, it's come out really recently too. It came out like last year and they've done 2 repaints already. But that's Hot Wheels. They love to repaint stuff. If you look at the OG first year of Hot Wheels, they did 16 cars. And I'd say like each car has like 8 repaints or something among them. So it's pretty standard Hot Wheels fare, I guess. But yeah, that Monopoly car, I have that one. I'm gonna do a video called like I found the weirdest, or I found the most. I don't know. I'm basically looking for Hot Wheels cars with different features, because if you look on the side of the card they come on, it'll say if it has a special feature, it'll say it right on the side above like the little logo for the set they're in. So I've basically been looking for just Hot Wheels that do stuff. Which has been fun. I'm like, a lot of my videos focus on like, I'll call it like archival footage of toys. Old reviews and stuff. I love that stuff. When I think about YouTube, I think about those reviews. Or, I associate toys a lot with YouTube because I grew up with YouTube. And I never really got out of my toy phase until I was like a lot older than you should be. So I've watched so many video reviews. There's so many reviewers I like. There's so many reviewers I've discovered while doing the channel that like in my mind, my videos are tribute to that. In other people's minds, I'm lazy. I'm the SS Sniper Wolf of fucking Transformers YouTube. But for some things, especially Hot Wheels, where it's like literally dirt cheap for a car, I kind of want to film my own stuff and, find what I can find, if that makes any sense. And I'll probably find some other weird ones I can't find in real life, but I'm trying. I've been like doing it over the course of like 2 months. Just whenever I go to Walmart or anything, I'm checking the Hot Wheels for weird ones with the little special gimmicks. And I'm also grabbing ones I like, which it's grown into me actually collecting Hot Wheels, not just for the video.
Have you found any of the Transformers ones that they made?
No. So the issue is, for me, is I live in a city with a high collector population. I've got a lot of collectors in my area of all things. Transformers, Hot Wheels. I live in Kentucky. There's like 2 cities people actually live in, and I'm in one of them. So I got a lot of collectors around me. Dude, I went to Walmart today, and the Hot Wheels aisle was just wrecked. like there, Hot Wheels will have like 2 dedicated rows of pegs, and there was borderline nothing. And I was like, God damn, they're taking everything.
They can't keep getting away with this.
Yeah, I've got some good finds. I found the Barbie Dream Camper. I found a Mario Kart recently. I'm after the Simpsons car.
Good.
Yeah. Well, it's not. So Mattel makes those Mario Kart ones, but I found a regular Hot Wheels as just the Mario Kart without Mario in it. So it's like a standard Hot Wheels, but it's the Mario Kart, if that makes any sense.
Didn't you post that on your Instagram not too long ago?
I probably did. Yeah, I think I did.
Yes,
Yeah.
I swear I saw that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I just checked. Yeah, I saw Mario time. But yeah, I saw that, and I'm after the Simpsons car right now. That's one I can't. And they've got this one that's I was gonna say pine cone, like traffic cone. It's like shaped like a traffic cone, and you can actually stack them on top of each other. And those ones are hard.
That is...
Yeah, those ones are hard to come by, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, makes sense. Like, who wouldn't want to buy an abundance of those, you know?
Well, they came out regular probably like last year or the year before, and the only current one that's coming out is what's called a treasure hunt, which is like a chase Hot Wheel, which is a whole... I could go on and on about Hot Wheel collecting because it's hellacious. They're fucking... Mattel is evil, and the people that collect Hot Wheels... also evil. They're all evil all the way down, man. But,
it's a plague, I tell you.
Yeah, but man, goddamn, if they aren't cute little cars made out of die-cast metal. Yeah. The fact that they're so cheap always makes me wonder, like, why can't other toys use die-cast metal? Like, you know, old G1 Transformers used to have it. And like Japanese toys sometimes will have die-cast metal, but for whatever reason, it's not common in America.
It's really strange too about that, because like one thing about, like, with my engineering background is that my degree in particular focuses heavily on the manufacturing process. I've written numerous papers about how, like, Hot Wheels, for example, are manufactured, and like genuinely the only expense that I could see would be like the, you know, like the die machine that they would use to actually like cast them and everything. But it's like, even then you have to use those similar types of machines for plastic. Like, genuinely, a lot of toy companies could save money. Like, there are certain areas where I definitely, like, yeah, you need plastic for that, but the lack of metal in toys is like, they could do it, and it's like, it just doesn't really make a lot of sense why they don't do it anymore, you know?
Any Transformers feet should be made out of die-cast, and I'm gonna die on that hill. Like, any Transformer, you know, give it some die-cast feet, give it that stability. Not really an issue these days with the ankle tilt and all that, but you know, back in the day, it was kind of rough. Yeah. But yeah, yeah, that's my main thing, I guess, is I've been hella into Hot Wheels, and
I cannot wait to see that video.
And I do have some Thomas stuff on the way from my sponsor. Like, I'm able to order a bunch of stuff from this website that, you know, sells Japanese products.
Yep.
It's like a proxy website, I guess. Like, they buy it there and send it over here. And I got a bunch of used Playrail Thomas capsule toys. That's what I settled on as my interest, is capsule. I did get a starter set of the Playrail regular sized Thomas, just because I wanted to see that. But the majority of stuff I got was Playrail capsule stuff, which is really cool. I didn't know they had like little tracks and stuff for them. It's very cute. Yeah.
It is. It's funny that you mentioned that, because I extensively collected the capsule Playrail stuff around like 2020. I have a huge thing of it, and if there's any characters in particular that you're looking for, I might actually have them up in my box. Any accessories, like, by all means, let me know, because I would probably know someone that would have them, and they're truly phenomenal toy range.
Yeah, they look really cool. Some of them have like little wind-up motors you can use, which is really cute. They're like sticking out the side. Some don't, though. I thought it was like standard that they have them, but it seems like not the case. Like, some have them, some don't.
Yeah, they even have ones that are battery powered.
Really?
Yep. They make powered box cars and stuff. I have one of them, and it's weird. They use a Type N battery, which is like a miniature, like a miniature AA, and it's so I don't know. I wish we had more stuff like that in America.
Yeah, that's really funny. Yeah, I'll let you know. I don't know. I honestly don't know what I even got. Like, I got 2 big ass lots, and they were like $25 each or something. Like, I got truly a ton of stuff to look at for the video, which I'm excited to do. And I'm also waiting to watch some more Thomas. I fell off. Like, I watched. I think I'm into season 3 or something. But once I get the Thomas stuff in, I'm gonna like watch up to season 5, because everyone says season 5 is peak. Season 5 is Kino cinema, is what they say. So I gotta investigate.
I
that
can
for
vouch
myself.
for that.
Okay. Yeah, I got Thomas stuff. Speaking of Gundam, I also have Gundam. What's it called? Gundam SD Force. Have you ever heard of that?
I have not. What's that?
It is a show that I watched as a kid. It came on Cartoon Network, and so Gundam SD is super deformed, which is like the chibi Gundams, if you've ever seen them. They've got like big heads and little bodies. They're called SD Gundams. Well, this was SD Gundam Force, which meant instead of super deformed, which wouldn't make sense in English, it's Super Defense Gundam Force or something like that. And it's a Japanese show that got brought over to America, dubbed, and it was like on Toonami or something. And it's like this 3D animated Gundam show where the Gundams are like talking characters. They're not like mech suits. They're like they're just regular robots, I guess.
So like it's like going from Diaclone to Transformers sort of deal.
Kinda, I guess. But they kept the name Gundam at the very least. And it's interesting because the toy line is really, really cool. The toy line is not model kits, unlike many Gundam toys. They're actually action figures, and they're quite posable. They're quite accurate to the show. I'm assuming the show models were based on the toys themselves. And I had one as a kid. He's called Captain Gundam in the show, but he's like the RX-78 too. The just like, typical classic Gundam. I had that guy as a kid, and I vaguely remember the show as a kid, but I just kind of had it, and he was so cool to pose. I had the brilliant idea to look it up in Japanese, and I was able to get quite a few figures from the original Japanese line, which they look identical to me, and I'm very excited to play with those, because they're essentially just basic little action figures with a surprising amount of articulation, lots of accessories. I don't know, it might be like completely nostalgic for me and no one else, but yeah, I'm gonna be making a video on those guys, and I was really happy with the haul I got on what characters, and I got most of them in box actually, which was really cool.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah. I haven't looked on eBay at the actual. Let me check that. A little eBaying on the podcast for a second. I want to look up the Gundam SD Force. Like, what are the prices here for vintage toys? Man,
How big are the figures typically?
They're like 5 inches.
Oh, that's not
I'd
bad.
say Gundam SD Force, $37.99. Ooh, the heavy arms one is $124. They're pricier. They're pricier for sure. I'll send you a picture. Oh God. I hate working the internet while on a podcast. Yeah, so this is what they look like. Yeah, just little posable guys, little fellas, that look like Gundams. I think the model kits are really cool. But I've always gravitated towards these sort of cute looking ones. And And these guys have a good middle ground where they're SD style, but they're not like mega SD style. They have their own unique look to me.
Yeah, honestly, like I like how like they look like every part of them is posed. Because when you first said it, I was thinking like, oh, maybe they're gonna have like a head swivel, arm, so like Resaurus levels of articulation. But no, like those leave it to Japan to have smaller figures and not skimp out on any articulation. I love that.
They are surprisingly poseable. This is the one I had as a kid. Not this exact one, but this is the guy I had, Captain Gundam, which is a funny fucking name to me. And it'd be so funny to like walk up to a Gundam fan and point at an RX-78 and say, "Oh, Captain Gundam, love him, Captain Gundam, my favorite." It'd be like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Everyone just gives you the death stare.
Yeah, but I was able to secure some guys. You know the Zaku's from Gundam?
Yep.
They are like the funniest characters in the show because they're just like little goofballs. Like they're the bad guys, but they're like also so inept that they're not even threatening to the main character. So it's like, I don't know. I have a love for them. I wasn't able to find a Zaku, I don't think. But I did get like one of the Zaku captains, which is like red and has a mask or something. Or I always say Zaku, but I think it's Zaku. But
I always go back and forth between Zaku and Zaku. It's whatever the brain feels like.
Yeah. Sometimes I hit the Japanese words a little too American style, and people get mad at me on the internet. But yeah, I felt like this whole segment was me just advertising JP fans, but it's really
this podcast is sponsored by JP.
Unfortunately, it isn't. That would have worked in my favor. But you can't use my code. I gotta be careful because I can't say that because well, I can say that. It's just like I don't want to turn it into an ad. But a lot of my toys I'm getting are from there. So but yeah, those are some of the toys I picked up recently. Yeah.
After this, I'm definitely gonna have to look into some of the SD figures to see if they have like a gun cannon or like a Zagok and all the like. There's certain designs for Gundam that I really like, and I would love to pick some up in that kind of style.
I don't know if they did any like a lot of them are this bipedal form. Like the one you mentioned, gun cannon. Doesn't that guy have like tread feet or something? Or like legs?
That one's gun tank.
Oh, silly me. They might have gun cannon then. I have no idea. I only know the ones I saw in the show. But yeah, that's Gundam SD Force. I'm sure everyone was expecting us to talk about that.
The highlight of the podcast.
I'm thinking we can maybe wrap it up here if you want.
I mean, if you got nothing else, like I'm, think it's a pretty. We've had a very solid, bunch of goofs and gaffs.
Oh yeah, for sure. We've been heeing and hawing and yipping and yapping. I'm just saying shit now. My brain's fried. But thank you so much for talking to me, coming on this podcast. And please say all your socials that people should go follow. I'll link them down below, of course. But
absolutely. So my Instagram and TikTok are Troublesome_Junction, and my YouTube channel is just Troublesome Junction. Or if you look up Troublesome Junction, you'll probably see.
You'll find it.
Yeah. Can't miss my dumb face in the thumbnails.
Yeah. Thanks again for joining. Everyone listening should go follow him. If you like my stuff, you'll definitely like his stuff. So yeah. All right. The podcast is over now. Forever. Never coming back.
It's vanishing. It's done. Go home. Leave.